false allegations. False allegations are really troubling for men of all ages, actually. It's like we're not just talking about adults, it's like we're talking about actual children, too. And there will be links in the description that talk about these things, so don't worry. So, false rape allegations, false sexual assault allegations are typically when a woman accuses a man of sexual misconduct, work environment, school environment. It's like either way, it's detrimental to the man. First off, in the workplace, what happens is that it gets reported. Everybody's wondering, everybody's looking at the man weirdly now, despite the fact that they don't know that he did anything for certain. So the employers, in that case, are going to just let the guy go most of the time. Like, they'll just let the guy go most of the time, fire him from his job, his source of income. Because to them, it's easier to just kick you out and replace you with a new employee than it is to actually go deep into this or do some sort of investigation. Because think about it. It's like if you're an employer and you have somebody who is reported to have sexually assaulted another coworker, do you really think that people would see your company in such a good light if you were to keep this person there for too long after that? And here's another troubling thing. When the man goes to court, you know how you hear the saying, innocent until proven guilty? Well, in this scenario, it's the exact opposite. You're innocent until proven guilty. So, in this case, the accuser doesn't have the burden of proof. In this case, it's the accusee who has the burden of proof. So, guess what happens when he's not able to prove himself innocent? Like, let's say there are no cameras around. He had no way of documenting anything or whatever else. It's like he's just taken to jail for a crime that he doesn't commit. And what happens is this becomes a major cause of concern because now men are just taking up the Pence rule, or at least talking about it, which is not to be alone in a room with a woman unless you have some sort of video footage, like you have a camera or you have something to record with, in order to serve as a safety measure for when that false allegation is coming. And on top of that, there is actually something going on in Canada where the man isn't even able to show evidence that he's innocent. Like, let's say he has a recording and he tries to take the evidence to court. It's like they won't let him use it. So it's like either way, it's like innocent until it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, but that's just not the case here. And when it comes to school, like college and whatnot, a man can lose his scholarship, he can be expelled, and he'll have to try and find somewhere else to get an education. But even in the case where he is proven innocent, like let's say the accuser comes up and says, he didn't do this to me, he didn't do that to me. It's like, okay, they'll accept that. But they're not going to accept the guy back in due to the blow that this accusation dealt to his reputation, to his image. It basically just left a huge stain on his image. So now you're still going to have people out there who are thinking you might need to stay away from that guy. So they don't let him back in. He's not able to get his scholarships. And something like that can genuinely just ruin a guy's life. And I've even thought to myself at times when it comes to the pince rule, it's like maybe, just maybe, it's like guys are gonna start recording themselves wherever they go, even in places where they're not legally allowed to. But it's better to go to jail for illegal recording than it is for a false allegation, to be honest. And even then, I was also thinking that there are going to be some guys out there who are so keen on staying safe from this that they may just start recording themselves 24/7. And I can actually understand that. And as I said before, the stuff I mentioned is going to be linked in the description so that you can read about situations like these. And this is all that I have to say for now. This is Blade Master signing out.